Millionaire Lifestyle of Ashleigh Barty. Hey guys, welcome to our channel, Luxury Plus. Ashleigh Barty is an Australian professional tennis player and former cricketer. She ranked number 1 in the world in singles by the Women's Tennis Association and is the second Australian WTA singles number 1 after fellow Indigenous Australian player Evonne Goolagong Cali. She's also been a top 10 player in doubles, having reached a career high ranking of number 5 in the world. Barty has won 12 singles titles and 11 doubles titles on the WTA Tour, including the 2 Grand Slam singles titles, the 2019 French Open and 2021 Wimbledon Championships, and 1 Grand Slam doubles title at the 2018 US Open with partner Coco Vandeweghe. She's also the reigning champion in singles at the WTA Finals. Barty began playing tennis at the age of 4 in nearby Brisbane. She had a promising junior career, reaching a career-high ranking of number 2 in the world after winning the girls' singles title at Wimbledon in 2011. So without any further ado, let's dive in! Early life and background. Barty was born on April 24, 1996 to Josie and Robert Barty. Her father had grown up in rural North Queensland and later worked in the State Library of Queensland. Through her great-grandmother, she's a member of the Ngarigu people indigenous to southern New South Wales and northeastern Victoria. Barty's mother works as a radiographer and is the daughter of English immigrants. Barty grew up in Springfield, a suburb of Ipswich, Queensland, and attended Woodcrest State College throughout her upbringing. She has 2 older sisters named Sarah and Allie. Besides tennis, Barty also played netball as a child, but decided to focus on tennis because she thought netball was a girl's game and her sisters were better than her at that sport. She didn't play cricket while growing up. Barty started working with her longtime junior coach Jim Joyce at the West Brisbane Tennis Centre at the age of 4. Joyce remarked that he didn't typically train children as young as Barty, but made an exception because of her excellent hand-eye coordination and high level of focus. At the age of 12, she was playing against male adults. She first met her mentor, Alicia Malik, at the Under-12 National Championships in Melbourne. Former tennis professional Scott Draper later joined Barty's coaching team and worked with her at the National Academy. Cars and house. Hometown hero Ash is currently flying high as the number 1 ranked player on the WTA circuit, and her rapid rise to the top is reflected in her driving history. Long gone are the days driving her very first car, a Ford Focus, or the next car, a RAV4 that was needed to fit all of her tennis gear. Thanks to her sponsorship with luxury car brand Jaguar, Ash now drives around in a Jaguar F-Pace SUV, a well-deserved reward for her ascent to the top of the sport. The tennis star Ash Barty says she's building her new home in Brisbane. The 25-year-old French Open champion has been named an ambassador for the Greater Springfield community, which is about 30 minutes west of Brisbane CBD. Barty already owns a 4-bedroom brick house in Springfield Lakes, which she bought in 2018 for $650,000, and another 4-bedroom home in Austin Heights, which she paid $243,036 for in 2016. Personal life. Ashleigh Barty is dating a PGA trainee professional and a golf player, Gary Kissick. She met him for the first time at the Brookwater Golf Club in 2016. Kissick was working at the golf club when she came to the club to play a round of golf. Soon they got along with each other and started dating. Gary showed up as Barty's boyfriend when she brought him to the John Newcombe Awards as her date. Gary has been the biggest supporter and fan of Barty since the day he met her. Charity. The tennis player Ashleigh Barty has become the latest Australian sports star to join fundraising efforts for bushfire victims, pledging to donate all of her Brisbane International prize money. After donating more than $30,000 to the RSPCA to help wildlife affected by the national disaster, Barty said she wanted to dig deep again for families who've been left devastated by bushfires. A big donation from Barty looms for the bushfire appeal. Switch to cricket. After the 2014 US Open, Barty announced she was taking a break from professional tennis. Barty was ranked outside of the top 200 in singles and was number 40 in doubles at the time. Barty became interested in potentially playing cricket after meeting with the Australian women's national team in early 2015 to discuss her experience as a professional athlete. She was intrigued by the opportunity to play a team sport as a change from the individual sport of tennis. At the time, she had no competitive cricket experience, having only played casually with her family. Barty later approached Queensland Cricket about how she could get involved with the sport. Andy Richards, the coach of the Queensland Fire and soon-to-be coach of the Brisbane Heat, was immediately impressed with Barty's skill set, saying, "Her skill from the first time she picked up a bat was outstanding from a coach's perspective. She never missed the ball in her first season. That's what attracted me as a coach to her as a player, her ability to pick things up really quickly." Return to tennis. Barty announced her return to professional tennis in the end of the WBBL season. At this point, she began working with Craig Tizer as her coach. Barty initially only competed in doubles events on the ITF circuit at the low-level $25,000 tier. In her first 2 months, she played 5 tournaments and won 3 of them, including her first one back where she partnered with Jessica Moore, and 2 in back-to-back weeks in Canberra. Barty returned to singles. She qualified for the Eastbourne Trophy, a mid-level $50,000 event where she made it to the semifinals in both singles and doubles. The following week, Barty returned to the WTA Tour where she qualified for the Nottingham Open. Playing style. Barty has an all-court game and crafty style of play. Her favorite surface is grass, despite initially not liking that surface because she had limited experience playing on it while growing up. Barty has also performed well on hard courts, where she won her first WTA singles title and reached her first Premier 5-level final. She's won both singles and doubles titles on all 3 major surfaces. Barty's short stature and diverse array of shots have led her to be compared to the former world number 1 and 5-time Grand Slam singles champion Martina Hingis by David Taylor, one of Hingis's former coaches. She has solid ground strokes from the forehand and backhand sides. In particular, she uses her powerful forehand to create sharp angles on cross-court shots. Her kick serve and backhand slice are also 2 of her better shots. Barty's doubles game translates well into singles as she frequently comes to the net and excels at volleying. She uses her variety of shots to trouble her opponents. Net worth and endorsements. Ashleigh Barty's net worth in 2021 rounds about $18.7 million, mainly from tennis and endorsement revenue. Ashleigh joined hands with a British luxury car brand in December 2018. Since her partnership with Jaguar, she's featured in multiple adverts and campaigns for the brand. Australian streaming service Kayo Sports brought Barty on board as one of its ambassadors. Barty first signed on with the Australian food spread in 2017 and renewed her partnership with the company in 2021. As part of the sponsorship, Barty promotes the product via various media platforms and also has the Vegemite logo on her apparel on the court. Barty is sponsored by the Austrian sports equipment brand Head for her rackets. Barty had first signed up with the Italian brand in 2016, who sponsored her apparel and footwear on court. Barty joined the Swiss luxury watch brand in 2017, coming on board as a member of Rado's Young Star family. The Australian is also an ambassador of the sunscreen brand Banana Boat. Along with Banana Boat, Barty also joined hands with Esme Skin Minerals in 2018. So this is the end of the video, Millionaire Lifestyle of Ashleigh Barty. We hope you really enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in. But before you go, subscribe, like, and share the video, and don't forget, hit the bell icon to check out our interesting videos made just for you.